Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd. And I'm Todd. I want to compare two versions of the same song. Now, the song I want to do is Downtown. That was a major hit for Petula Clark in 1965. Now, she recorded in 1964, and it was written by the producer of that song, and that was Tony Hatch. Now, Tony Hatch is known for being in bands, he's known for writing songs, and he's known for his production skills. So, Tony Hatch was going to produce the next Petula Clark single. And he went to New York City to take a look at what the people who write music in New York City had to offer as possible songs for that next single. Well, he was going to walk to Times Square, and he got to a corner and he could see Times Square, and he alluded that that was downtown. That was downtown New York City. And he started hearing in his mind some music, and then he started singing downtown to that music. So it's kind of the start of the song. Well, he got back to the UK with a bunch of songs from different writers, and had put a little bit more effort into the song Downtown. Well, he met with Petula, and he wanted to play her these different songs and let her decide, hey, what is it that you want as your next single? So he played a bunch, and she was okay with them. But she said, Tony, you write songs. Have you written anything recently? And he said, yeah, I've got this one tune, but it's not finished. But I'll play it for you. And he played it, and it was Downtown. And she just lit up and said, I love that song. I want to record that. That's going to be my next single. It's going to be a hit. So now he had to finish the song because he didn't have the lyrics done yet. So the day they were going to record this, he was still in the bathroom at the recording studio writing the lyrics to the song while the orchestra and the backup singers and everybody else for the song was waiting for him to come and give it to Petula. Now they said, at least Petula claims, they did it in 3 takes. They did this song in 3 takes, used the second take as the master, and released it as a single in the UK in November of 1964. It reached number 2 in the UK. It was kept from being a number 1 hit single for Petula in the UK by another group. That group was the Beatles. The song was I Feel Fine. It was released here in the United States in mid-December, and by mid-January, it had hit number 1 on Billboard's Hot 100 singles chart. Amazing. In a month's time, it got to number 1. It stayed number 1 for 2 weeks, but was kicked out of that number 1 position by the Righteous Brothers, You've Lost That Love and Feeling. Now, the other amazing thing about this is Petula Clark was the first female artist from the UK during the rock and roll era that had a number 1 hit single in the United States. She was also the second female artist from the UK to get a number 1 hit single here in the United States. Now, she was, I think, about 32 years old when that song was released here in the US. Like I said, she was born in 1932. Her career started during World War II in the UK, and she got into film, stage, and singing, and had a marvelous career. She's still alive at the age of 90. That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, in 2006, Emma Bunton from the Spice Girls, and I was a huge Spice Girls fan in the early 2000s. I wasn't when they were popular in the mid 1990s. I didn't get into them until the early 2000s. But I loved their work as the Spice Girls, and then when they were individual artists, I really loved what they were doing too. Melanie C is still my favorite Spice Girl. I love her solo work, but Emma had a special tinge as well. Emma's music sounded like it came from the mid 1960s. She had that neat female UK pop sound to her music. So they needed a single for BBC's Children in Need. It's a benefit. So Emma Bunton recorded or did a cover version of the song Downtown for that benefit single. It reached number 3 in the UK and was also a major hit for Emma Bunton. So here we go with Petula Clark doing Downtown.
When you're alone and life is making you lonely, you can always go downtown. When you've got worries, all the noise and the hurry seems to help, I know. Downtown, just listen to the music of the traffic in the city. Linger on the sidewalk where the neon signs are pretty. How can you lose? The lights are much brighter there. You can't forget all your troubles, forget all your cares. So go downtown. Things will be great when you're downtown. No finer place for sure. Downtown, everything's waiting for you. Downtown.
Okay, stop it right here a second. Just a great song. It just pulls you in. You got that piano that starts out, and then Petula starts singing. There's a lot of great echo on her voice to really enhance her voice in this song. And then you've got the backup singers come in, and you've got this full orchestra playing. Just a really great song, but you got that wonderful hook in there where she goes, downtown, things will be great when you're downtown. I mean, it just drags you right in. Great song. I remember as a kid, in 1965, when this was number 1, it was being played on the radio a lot. And every time it came on, the lyrics were so easy to remember. You would sing along with Petula as it played on the radio. That was just so great. I've loved this song. And then I really got into Petula in the 1990s, and I bought everything I could find by Petula Clark. But this is still one of my favorite songs by Petula Clark. It's just great. So let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
Don't hang around and let your problems surround you. There are movie shows downtown. Maybe you know some little places to go to where they never close. Downtown, just listen to the rhythm of a gentle bossa nova. You'll be dancing with them too before the night is over. Happy again. The lights are much brighter there. You can forget all your troubles, forget all your cares. So go downtown, where all the lights are bright. Downtown, waiting for you tonight. Downtown, you're gonna be alright now. Downtown.
Another neat part about her singing this is how she goes from like soft vocals, and then the music starts to have a great crescendo, and then she starts singing at a much higher range as well, and then it slows down again, and then it gets into the refrain and then explodes again. So it's kind of this quiet, loud, but it's just fantastic how this song is laid out. Tony Hatch did a great job in the production of this song and the writing of this song. It is just classic rock and roll pop music. So let's keep it going. See you there. We can forget all our troubles, forget all our cares. So go downtown. Things will be great when you're downtown. That was marvelous. That was marvelous. I love that song. Such a great song. Love the instrumental break where, there's a lot of horns in here as well. Initially, you hear a lot of the strings, but when you get into the instrumental break, you get a lot of horns. And I love that. I mean, there's no, guitar solo or keyboard solo. It was done with horns in that instrumental break. And then at the end, where they're going downtown, they're fading out the song. Now you have those like muffled horns playing at the end. I don't know if that's a cornet or what that instrument is, but it just kind of takes the song out, and it's like, yeah, that really sticks in your mind as the ending of the song with that horn playing. Just a marvelous song, marvelous job by Petula Clark. Her vocals are just dynamite on this song, and like I said, it is the song that here in the United States made her famous. She had quite a number of hits after that as well. Tony Hatch wrote, I think, the next 3 or 4 singles that Petula Clark released that were all major hits for as well. So this was fun. Just really love this. I love going back to the mid '60s and hearing these female artists perform their music. So now we're going to go forward, and we're going to go to 2006, and we're going to hear Emma Bunton do her rendition of the song Downtown.
When you're alone and life is making you lonely, you can always go downtown. When you've got worries, all the noise and the hurry seems to help, I know. Downtown, just listen to the music of the traffic in the city. Linger on the sidewalk where the neon signs are pretty. Out when you lose, the lights are much brighter there. You can't forget all your troubles, forget all your cares, and go downtown. Things will be great when you're downtown. Go find a place for sure downtown. Everything's waiting for you.
Okay, so we're into 1 minute of the song. This is live, and I think this is actually this recording is actually from the Children's Benefit that was shown on UK TV. But what's interesting is it's almost an exact replica of the Petula Clark version. You start out with the piano, she starts singing, you start getting some horns in there, you got the background vocalist. So she's carrying the song fairly the same as Petula Clark. She really didn't change up the rendition at all, at least not in this first minute. But it's still a great song. Emma's got a great voice, and I love when she does this music and takes us back to the 60s because she's so darn good at it. So here we go. Let's keep it going. See where this song goes.
Don't hang around and let your problems surround you. There are movie shows downtown. Maybe you know some little places to go to where they never close. Downtown, just listen to the rhythm of a gentle bossa nova. You'll be dancing with them too before the night is over. Happy again. The lights are much brighter there. You can't forget all your troubles, forget all your cares, and go downtown, where all the lights are bright. Downtown, waiting for you tonight. Downtown, you're gonna be alright now.
Okay, now we're going into the instrumental break here. The other thing, though, that I've noticed about this version of Downtown by Emma Bunton is that she's not quite as dynamic in the vocals that Petula Clark was. Now, I think, like I said, I think this is live, and we're not using the studio version that she recorded, but she's not as dynamic. Her voice is more staying at the same level. And when she got into the refrain here before the dancers came out, then she kind of took it up a little bit. Where Petula Clark, as I had mentioned in her version, she was like quiet, then all of a sudden exploded, music exploded, then it got quiet again, and then got into the refrain, and she really hit all those notes just superbly. Where Emma is staying more subdued in her vocals. She's not like exploding like Petula Clark. But again, this is her take on the song Downtown, and it's how it was arranged for Emma. So it's going to be different, but I think that Petula's vocals are more dynamic than Emma's, at least so far. So let's keep on going and see where this goes.
Everybody.
Hi, lovely. Hi.
That was brilliant.
Oh, I love it. And can I thank it's the Children in Need single.
Yeah.
So everyone that's downloaded, thank you very much. You can also buy it on Monday. And it all goes to Children in Need. So thank you so much to everyone supporting.
Okay, that was pretty good. Like I say, I really like Emma Bunton. I like her style of music. Her second album, when I bought her second album, it was like, wow. It was called Free Me. I believe the second album was called Free Me. And I put it on for the first time, and it was like, I'm thinking I'm back in 1965. I mean, the album is just one great 60s rock and roll interpretation after another. Now, the songs weren't written in the 60s, but they were interpreted musically and with her vocals as if they were just hot hits from the 60s. I loved it. So when she did Downtown, it was like, okay, this is cool. She's taking probably the classic UK female vocalist song from the 60s and redoing it. That takes a lot of nerve, and she did a great job taking that single to number 3 on the UK charts. The other thing is, think about it. There's a 40-year difference between Petula Clark's version of the song and Emma Bunton's version of the song. And that song, in 40 years, was still popular. So Tony Hatch wrote a classic song. So this is great. Loved it. This was fun. One last thing I just want to mention. I had also read that on the Petula Clark version, Jimmy Page plays guitar. Don't know if that's true. Just read it. Jimmy Page was quite a guitarist that people wanted in their sessions. And I believe he was on Downtown. So that's the story between Petula Clark and Emma Bunton's version of Downtown. I hope you enjoyed this. Maybe you learned something. I know I learned something when I was putting this together. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. That'd be really, really cool. If you have any comments about Petula Clark or Emma Bunton's version of the song Downtown or the song Downtown itself, hey, put in the comments below. That'd be really cool. I'd appreciate that. I'm also going to take the link to both of these videos, the Petula Clark and the Emma Bunton, and put it in my notes below. So if you want to go back and watch both of these videos, all you got to do is go below, hit the link on which one you want to see. It'll pop open, and you'll get to watch the video without me interrupting it. Also, I'm going to put a link to the channels that uploaded these videos as well. You might want to check out their channels. They may have some other really interesting music on their channel. Also, If you haven't subscribed to Driving with Todd, hey, let's do it. Let's do it now. We're having a lot of fun on this channel. We're playing a lot of cool music. Every once in a while I do one of these comparisons, which I kind of like. I think that's kind of fun. Just go below this video and hit subscribe. It's that easy, that simple. And if you go over here and ring that bell, you'll get updates to my latest videos. So this is cool. I don't know. I was just thinking about the song Downtown the other day, and I'm thinking about, I haven't listened to Petula Clark in a while, and I know that she's one of my favorite UK female artists. Let's do that. Let's do it. And then it came to me, Emma Bunton did a cover of it. Let's compare the two. So that's how I did this. They just come to mind, and I'm hoping that you enjoyed it. I know it put a huge smile on my face seeing both these videos. I hope it put a huge smile on your face, and peace out, baby.